Inside Racing is brought to you by Dunlop.
Italy, Adria International Raceway, where the new Dunlop commercial is to be filmed. Fascinating race action via high-speed cameras. Time is short, the crew working at full steam. Flat out into a race in the rain.
Eine Wettervorhersage, die war...
The weather forecast was a disaster. It was worse than bad. It's an ad that's due to run all year long, and it was still winter. Everything outside was grey. Nevertheless, our only option, and that too was whittled down from lots of circuits, was the Adria Raceway. And when we arrived, it was absolutely throwing it down. And we thought, for heaven's sake, we'll never be able to film in this.
Niemals produzieren.
Cancelling was unthinkable. They needed a plan B, the ideal life. When you're standing outside and you're told there's a light there and after it comes an orange mark and at that point please start turning left, that maybe looks relatively easily, but in the car it's difficult. At that moment, when it's also still raining and there's maybe a lot of standing water, I've got to watch where I drive so that my car doesn't aquaplane. You're naturally pushing the car to the limit, even though it's for a film, at precisely the moment that you enter the corner. And were you to skid straight on, you'd wipe out the camera and all three of the crew. That's what makes it tricky. The way the camera is set up, we've got maybe 2 meters leeway. He brakes down to 0 from around 80 kilometers per hour. And the tire then has to stop, as it were, so that you can see Dunlop, and so that the shot really works 100%. To get 100% from the chase car, modifications are made, and improvised wet weather setups created. Hot chase action for even hotter shots. Motorsport performance. At the moment, including me, we've got 6 people from the team here. That's a lot for a test like this, but it's the number required as we're also going to do a pit stop exercise. And you need a lot of people for that.
Dafür brauchst du auch viele Leute.
The pit stop, the key scene. The 15-man crew works hand in hand.
The
idea behind it was to show the technologies that we've developed for motor racing and how these are being transferred to the tires for the normal car user, who then benefits from our developments in motorsport. It's a real challenge filming in weather like this, but we'll definitely overcome it.
C'est pour nous un vrai challenge de tourner avec un temps comme ça, mais c'est un challenge qu'on va, je pense, réussir très largement.
In the evening, the decisive transformation. The race car becomes a normal road car. The racing tires, road tires, all captured by Phantom Flex high-speed camera. Zero tolerance in vocal sharpness. On this shoot in particular, with of course high-speed shots, it's naturally extremely difficult to always find the right focal point. But when you later play the shots back in slow motion, of course every centimeter matters. Day 2, a country road gets closed, a new location and unwanted extras. A tough 24-hour job. Repeatedly changing position, setting up, filming. And finally, it's all in the can. It was completely utopian to have managed to film anything there, but we did it, and it actually even played into our hands, as it was just the right sort of weather that we needed to show bad conditions for a good tire. So it was actually perfect.
Perfect.
We really do have a very professional team, and the result will undoubtedly be good. I think it'll look really very nice and very spectacular. I tell you, when you're sitting in a rocket like this, and it's not a car, it's a rocket, and you have the chance to convey some of that, it's great. And that's precisely what this ad ultimately wants to do. And if I'm then the one who has to tame this rocket and convey the sense of fun, perfect. It was not by chance that this car, that Motorsport, was chosen to convey exactly that. Sportier than this here doesn't exist.
Inside Racing was brought to you by Dunlop.